Other than card making, one of the things that I love to do is to bake. Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel. In today's video, I'll be sharing a collection that's all about baking. The collection is called Make It and Bake It. It's designed by Tina Smith for Spellbinders, and it is just the cutest collection. Everything from a mixer to spatula, other utensils for baking, to cookies and dough, all the die sets and the embossing folder combined together, and you can make the cutest baking themed cards. I have lots to share, so let's jump right into the card making and I'll let you know what the new die sets and the embossing folder are as we go. First, let's start with the Cool It Cookie Rack die set. So everything you see here, you can cut out with that die set. There are 3 levels to the cookie sheet as well as the cooling rack. There's an enjoy die and shadow. There's a flower. There are several different cookies and layers that you can put onto them. You can do 1 layer, 2 layers. You can choose the size of the layer. So let's put the cooling rack and the cookie sheet together first. Now, this exact cookie sheet is what I have. It's a ceramic cookie sheet, and so it's got that really fun teal and then an off-white in the center, and then I'll just put the cooling rack right on top. Okay, so for the cookies, I like to use a little bit of Gathered Twigs Distress Oxide ink on a small mini blending brush from Spellbinders. I'll just go around the outside and you'll see that I'm actually blending right on the glass mat first. That's because I don't want a really dark, harsh line. I just want that look of the golden brown on the outside of the cookies. So I started just with the Fawn Spellbinders cardstock and then a little bit of that ink right around the outside. Next, I decided to have a jam layer on the cookies, and then I decided to have a little frosting layer on top. Like I said, you could just do one or the other. These 2 layers, the first and second layer, can also be used together to create the look of cookie cutters. So there's so many fun ways to use these sets, and they come together so easily. They're so easy to put together. You can see I have a pastry bag there for the frosting as well. That's from another set, you'll see it later, as well as that spatula is from another set too. So that cute little scallop background is a die set, also from Spellbinders, and I have those older die sets linked below as well, so you can make some fun backgrounds for these cards. And then it's just having fun putting them together. A lot of the die sets come with a little flower. That's just a nice touch. And then I place the little cookie cutters around the outside of the cookie sheet, just as little silver accents. It goes along with the silver in the spatula. I can't get over how fun these are, how real they look, and just adorable they look as well. Next up, we have the Magic Mixer die set. This is a fun one, and you can create a whole bunch of different looks here, but first up, I'm creating the look of chocolate chip cookie dough, and so I have 2 layers on top of each other. The bowl is of several layers as well. Now, there's a bit of dough that you can have inside and dripping outside the bowl. And I kind of messed that up by putting the bowl together first. So I sort of tore it apart so I could put it back together in the right order. Just always put the dough on before you start putting all the extra elements on the bowl, and then you won't have to tear it apart like I did. So I'm using some liquid adhesive here to add these pieces together in a fine tipped bottle. I'm using the Gina K matte adhesive, so if any comes out on the side, you shouldn't be able to see it. For the mixer, there are several little dies that you can place on the background of the mixer to make a different color show through. So that cute little heart, I used a little piece on the back. There's also another little piece that goes with the lighter pink that I chose here. And of course, there's the beaters, there's a cord, there's just all kinds of stuff. This little blob of dough has a little cut in it, so you can put the end of the beaters right in the dough. Just everything has so thoughtful and so worked out for you that these cards really do come together quickly. It's just a little bit of assembly, and then you have these super adorable items that you can use to make a bunch of different cards. And I say have fun with color with these, because lots of different colors of cardstock can change the look of the card. I also decided to cut out more of those little dots. You can see the die at the top there. It's the first layer of that inside dough. I just cut out some of the truffle cardstock to make tiny little chocolate chips so I could place it on each of the aspects of the dough. This is the Sugared Expressions Clear Stamp Set. All of these are really funny and punny sentiments, and they go well with any of the die sets and the embossing folder in this collection. So I have a Perfect Touch rectangle that I've cut out of white cardstock, and I'll stamp in VersaFine Black Onyx ink at the top. The reason I'm placing my tape runner on the bottom layer is because VersaFine takes a little while to dry and I didn't want to smear it. I tend to smear things, but I was very careful this time. So then it's just using a bunch of foam squares from Spellbinders. I like lots of dimension pop things up so they really just come off the card at you. I just can't get over how cute these are. They're so much fun. I just kept creating with this collection because I just could not stop. They were just so much fun. And how cute is that? Sorry for the mix-up. Such a good sentiment for this adorable little mixer and bowl of dough. Next up, we have the Measure Mates die set. Everything you see here is in that die set as well. Now, I just wanted to show you the little spoons. You can place a little circle inside the spoon so you can tell it's a dip. There's 3 spoons, small, medium, and large, and all of the circles that are cut out in the center, those are for the spoons. This circle that is solid in the center, that's for the scale. And the circle that's a little bit larger and is just an outline, that is for the ring that you can place the spoons or the measuring cups or both on. So again, lots of things have been thought of for you. That little ring also has an opening that's already die cut, so you just string it along into the spoons or the measuring cups. There are these little chocolate chip cookies that you can create. They are 2 layers, so if you wanted to just make a plain cookie, just don't cut out the one with the holes. And another die in the set creates the cookie jar and the cookie jar lid. So I filled my cookie jar top to the rim with cookies, and so the jar top just kind of sits to the edge there. For the scale, once again, the solid circle is for the scale. Then there's also a circle with a point that is also for the scale. So basically, the scale base has an embossed circle on it, which will show you exactly where to put the largest circle first. And then you'll line up the second circle, which I cut out in white, and it's got little grooves on it to show you the little measurement lines. So you line that right up on top of the first circle that you put down. This is so cute because there's nothing you have to do to make this look like a scale. It actually looks like a little scale with the measurement lines and then the pointer that goes around. So you place that down next. I cut that out in black, and then you place the top onto it right there. And next you place the tray at the very top of the base of the scale. And you can put things inside that scale top there so that you can have it being measured out. I have another one of the stamped sentiments, and this one says, "You count, not calories," which I think is also very sweet. I have a Better Press piece of cardstock and the Mighty Mister from Spellbinders. I misted it, let it sit for a minute, and then ran it through with this Confections Companions 3D embossing folder. It basically has tiny little images of all the things that are in the collection. So there's little mixer, there's cookies, there's all kinds of stuff from the collection in that embossed look. So I have that embossed panel down to 4 by 5 1/4, and this pink strip is 4 inches wide. I have the sentiment at the bottom, and then I can pop up the scale and then the measuring spoons, and then I made some cookies. These cookies are from actually a different set, so they're a little bit larger, but I thought they kind of really went well with that scale. Next, I'm using some of the other items from that same die set that we just used, the measuring mates. And this time I have the cookie jar, the measuring cups, and then there's a liquid measuring cup as well. And I've added a couple of those larger cookies, and the sentiment says, "You bake the world batter." So cute. Oh my gosh, I just love this set. Fluff, Frost, and Roll die set is another really fun one. They're just all so much fun, and they are so innovative the way that they're created. I have some white pigment ink from Hero Arts, and I'll take this little pigment ink cube and just smear it along the part of the rolling pin where you might find flour. And I think that that is just such a fun look to create a little bit of that flour, or some people use for sugar cookies confectionery sugar instead of flour so it doesn't toughen up the cookies, but whatever you use, that looks really cute. And then there's handles as well. All of the utensils have handles that you can make in different colors. So for the metal spatula and the whisk, I cut those both out of a silver cardstock. And then I cut the handles. The handles are all together on one die, so I just cut them out of a couple of colors. I showed you the pastry bag before, the frosting bag. This time I cut it out of vellum and put the silver tip and the silver tie at the top. But you can flip that over and use an alcohol marker. Alcohol marker will dry on vellum. This looked very light at first, so I decided to go over it on the back again. You could use a darker color, you could use brown for chocolate, and it just is a fun way to have the frosted look of the vellum on top of the frosting that's inside. So it really does look like a frosting bag. Next, I have the spoon. The spoon has 3 little hearts cut out of the part of the spoon that is at the top. And then there's also a little part that you can create for the handle. So I use 2 different colors of cardstock for that. As far as the little silicone spatula, you can use a couple of different colors here. The base is one color, then the top has a little heart cut out of it. So that makes it 2 colors at the top. These are just so cute. So cute. I could just make these like forever and they are so much fun. There's also hello die. The hello die has a little swirly at the end, and that is so that it looks like it's frosting that has been drawn out. I have a scalloped oval. Again, these background dies that I'm using, I'm linking in the YouTube description box below the video. So if you want to check those out, they'll be there as well. I have another piece of cardstock that I embossed with the 3D embossing folder. Look at all that. It's so cute. And then you just pop up the scallop oval with the little spatula and other things on top of it. And then I did decide to add that little flower once again. And I love this, just roll with it. Such a cute sentiment for the rolling pin. I just can't get over how much fun these cards are to create. All right, next we have the Made with Love die set. I did want to show you that you don't need to use pattern paper for the apron because there are 2 dies. If you use them both together, they cut out this piece with the polka dots in it, and then you use the 1 die at the bottom, and then it'll be a 2-tone look with polka dots. So you don't have to have pattern paper. I just decided to use pattern paper. And then of course there's a little scallop edge. There's also a pocket. You can place liquid adhesive at the bottom and the sides of the pocket. Leave the top and the middle not glued. This way later you can tuck something into the pocket if you so choose. Now the top piece that goes around the neck that ties there are these rectangles on all the ties that make it really easy. Instead of trying to put a tiny bit of adhesive on a string the size that is just so thin, they make these little rectangles to make it easier for you to adhere them together. And I love when they make things easy for me. Just, that's how it is, right? So you don't have tons of time, and tiny little bits of glue just isn't always fun. For the pocket though, definitely tiny little bit of glue on the bottom and the sides. Keep that top and the middle open in case later you want to stuff something in the pocket. And there are several things that you could put in the pocket, and I'll share a couple of those ideas as well. All right, there are also the little oven mitts. They're so cute. So I cut the apron and the oven mitts out of a 6x6 pattern paper pad. It's a new collection by Rosie's Studio that is called Breakfast in Bed. And it just really had nice teeny tiny patterns that went really well with this collection, I thought. So I decided to have some fun and mix and match the Make It and Bake It collection with the new Rosie Studio collection. As I mentioned before, you can put a couple of things in the pocket. I have a cupcake in there as well as a whisk. And then again, just using those foam squares to add dimension. There are 2 different sizes of dimension or thickness of dimension, and I use those together so that one is behind but in front of the background, and one is further to the front. And this sentiment, wishing you a great birthday, is so much fun, so cute. I can't get over this collection. I hope you can see that I had so much fun with this collection, but I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about it. Let me know in the comments below. As always, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon.